You may be of the opinion that you don't need to think about how people will log onto your app, but it turns out you do. I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I'm in Starbucks, I'm tired. Well, I'm not in Starbucks now, I'm in the studio, obviously, but when I wrote this script, I was in Starbucks. I was tired, I hadn't slept, I didn't want to be there, and I wasted 5 minutes of my life having to log back into the Starbucks app. There are certain types of apps where the login experience is particularly important, ironically because the risk of abandonment is low and not high. We all want customers to be able to log into our solution, but low abandonment means we get high frustration because the user will keep fighting a bad login solution. Consider, for example, parking at the train station, not being able to get into your AppCar, Ringo, or whichever bazillionth parking app you need to use today. You're already running late and now you can't pay for the parking. You are going to go through that process no matter how angry or frustrated it makes you, because you need to, because you don't want a parking ticket. Similarly, if I know I've got a Nando's Red Award and some free chicken behind a paywall, you better believe I'm going to see them putting chairs on the table and start hoovering the floor before I'm giving that up. For context, we've been logging into things for nearly 30 years. Windows 95 is 30 years old in 2025, and that is regarded as being the thing that kicked off the internet revolution. You can't have an internet revolution without authentication and login processes, yet we're all still doing it wrong, despite the fact there's only two activity flows we have to consider: A, logging in, and B, resetting the password. A big part of the issue is that developers don't put themselves in context when using these solutions. Software is always built with the engineers sitting on a comfy office in the chair with the headphones on, Spotify in the background, a bit of Netflix on one screen, etc. But it's used in hospital wards or car parks in the pouring rain, or where the kids are screaming, or when you don't have your glasses and can't see the screen properly. It was always ever thus with developers though. Developers, and I include myself in this, we always work in a bubble and we don't take ourselves out and try what the thing looks like in the real world. The problem I had this morning was that Starbucks had updated their app, and as part of that process they had junked my cached login and I had to sign in again. This is an unforgivable crime in user experience. The user is right to think that whatever you have going on in your backend is your problem. You need to grandfather in any old sessions unless you have a very solid cybersecurity hygiene reason not to do so, and then shame on you for different reasons. But any updates should be transparent. If you update an app, the users who were logged on should still be logged on. Secondly, users are supposed to be using password managers, and there's a solid chance that they have the password manager on their desktop but not on their phone. As such, the whole principle of passwords on mobile apps is broken because the primary record of the passwords isn't on the device they're using. The correct way to log into a mobile app is to use a magic link, and seeing as a user is probably on a phone, a magic link over SMS is even better. Anyway, if I do have to reset my password, which I do because I'm not going to get out my laptop and find my old password in the pouring rain in St Albans train station at 5 AM, two things: A, hiding passwords, i.e. masking with the little dots so you can't see what you're typing, is pointless security theatrics, and B, if you give me the option to show me my password as I type, do not ask me to type it in twice. I can read what I've written, it's already there. Once I have reset my password, this one has forever blown my mind. Don't ask me to log in again. I've already given you the password, almost certainly twice. I do not need to give it to you a third time. If I've proven myself by being able to access a reset link, there is no need to get me to log on after a reset. If you do insist on sending a one-time code over SMS, which is cool, make sure you read that code from my messages. I don't want to go and have to find my glasses in order to read the code. Finally, if you're on a phone, give me biometrics. Let me just kathunk my credentials in and obviate the whole problem. That's it. Look, this is today's rant dressed up as a lesson in user experience, but if you are building apps, user experience and product design is really, really important. So if you are the founder of a startup that's building an app, you are allowed to spend some time thinking about how you want the login process to work. So let me tell you a secret. I have something called the VIP program, or the Very Important Founder program. There's a link in my bio where you can go and sign up. And when you do, you get access to free training, ebooks, checklists, exclusive content, all manner of resources that help you as a non-technology founder start and grow your technology business. Why don't you nip over to my bio, follow the link, sign up, and I'll see you there. Thanks for watching.